This lady asked me, "Are you doing the podcast tonight?" Oh, I see. Stalker.
Oh, I see.
That's crazy. Shout out to the listeners from all around the world. Shout out to y'all. We appreciate you. You are very important to our success. You don't even know it yet. And shout out to people that comment on the Eminem's trash clip. We appreciate you all too.
You got a lot of heat from my homies from that one. I won't lie.
Wait, what they say?
Who said Eminem was trash?
I was a culprit of that.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's
Nah,
trash.
you lost it now.
You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
you lost it now.
I'm just saying he's not. Come on now.
Just saying lately, I haven't heard anything great from him.
He's not. All right, so I made a mistake of saying that Lil Wayne was not a great rapper. One time was when I was with two of my coworkers. Then I had to think about it, and I thought about his full catalog, and that's when I realized, you know what, I made a mistake. So right now, Eminem is trash, but back in the day,
a lot of feeling Lil Wayne's catalog, but he's definitely one of the culprits.
Fuck out of here.
He's definitely one of the culprits and one of the greats for sure. So is Eminem, but his work has just not been up to par as of late, and we all know that. I think even he knows that, even though he tries to say he hasn't. He doesn't, but
I'm just gonna say, for my benefit, for my personal opinion, he has nothing to prove to anybody. Music wise, we know where he's come from.
Okay.
Neither does Lil Wayne,
Okay.
Jay-Z.
Fair,
None of those niggas have anything to prove to compete with these young niggas.
that's fair.
Okay.
Because if they were in their time, they'd be dogged
But if they're
by
gonna-
all of them.
If they're gonna keep continuing to do music, they're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, put it out.
I think
some
part of
caliber.
it, I feel like that's how you lose part of your own character of who you are.
What?
I mean, because don't
To
get me
keep
wrong.
performing to the standard?
No.
We're supposed to hold you
Because the
to?
standard has definitely changed. Think about this. We went from
No.
Watch what I say. In Bet Money, you're gonna switch. You're gonna switch up. We went from the style of Biggie, Pac, Nas, Snoop, 50. We went from that kind of Fat Joe. We went from that style to the Bow Wows, right? And I'll just leave him for that era, and then to the fucking Uzis and Lil this and Lil that. They all have different styles or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then we hit this mumble style rapping. Like, the bar definitely changes anyway. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, these niggas in their time, no, that's not happening. So why should they have to match their time? Like, I get it. You want to appeal
What?
for... I get it.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the holding them to their standard.
I was definitely
can
talking
do
about that.
Oh, you was?
Yeah, I was definitely talking about that because I feel like, all right, so imagine like Jordan, for example,
Right, all right.
coming back into the league. He's gonna have to shoot threes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I see it. He's gonna have to keep shooting. He's gonna have to. He can be a bully, but at the end of the day, for the fans' sake, for his numbers, and when I say numbers, for like the amount of people watching, for the
Right.
viewers, he's gonna have to electrify the same way that Steph Curry does, Klay Thompson does,
Okay.
even Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to be a little shifty.
And I
Yeah,
get
but he was
that.
doing 35 without threes. With all
This
that. So I think he's going to be
okay,
all right.
but yeah, to that
adjusting
fact.
for the time periods. Everybody, when
He'll
you
have
talk about,
to.
when you talk about exactly when you talk about switching areas and people different groups and areas, they're gonna have to adjust whoever it is. And the greats are going to adjust. That's what greats do. And even as people, we adjust, adapt or die. If we don't adapt, we're gonna die. So that's a human nature thing among anything else. So regardless or not, you have to adjust if you're gonna go put somebody in different situations, different era than they were in the past.
So do you still have to adjust
But
when
just
you've been
because
in
he
your own
mastered
lane?
that style, I'm not expecting him to master mumble rap.
Oh, of course not. That's why it doesn't sound as good when people try to do it.
Okay, that's my point. That's why I'm like saying,
Yeah.
staying true to yourself and why you got the fans you have now anyway, because they followed you from then to now.
However,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
people try to do it to get relevancy, a little more eyes from a different graphic.
Has this nigga M done that?
Yes.
Yeah.
What song?
Yeah.
What song?
No, it's like, nah, but stop. That was actually a straight song.
Godzilla's one of them.
I don't know if I would consider that one
The
of
Cole
them.
Bennett video.
Okay, nah. All right, I'll give you that one. Godzilla.
The Juice WRLD feature.
Look who he was on with. Yeah, that makes sense.
That's my point.
If he's just doing his own, no reason to sound like them. If you're doing it with someone, so your styles don't clash, it needs to flow. Why have something that's going to clash if it doesn't? You know what I mean? That's why I said him on his own. Fuck is he changing for? Excuse me, I said I wasn't going to curse like that. Who is he changing for? If you're doing something with someone and you have the room to make a little change or whatever to fit the criteria, cool, go for it. Don't work out for everybody, but go for it in that aspect. That's just me.
At the end of the day, if you're good and great, you're going to be great. However, if you're great, you try to do something you're not as great at, you're not going to sound as great. But you can always do what you've been doing before and may not pick up as much in a different day and time. That's okay. If you decide to complain about it and do work that's with the other era, that's where the problem comes in. That's where the unnecessary, quote unquote, unnecessary hate or comments or backlash comes from. And then the work doesn't sound as good as before. It sounds like, oh, I'm not great. I'm going to show y'all while I'm here. You have to be great and adjust and do it effectively and accurately, or else you're going to miss.
Yeah.
Like you said earlier.
Facts.
If Jordan comes back today's game, he's going to shoot threes. Not saying he couldn't do it when he was playing, scoring 40, 30, 50, but it would be a little more in his play style because that's a part of being great nowadays in the league. Mm-hmm. Same as writing raps and singing songs. You're going to do something over trap beats whether you like it or not.
You're going to be freestyling whether you like it or not in one way or the other.
At some point. I mean, because a lot of times we do it already, you know, walking in here. Like, I feel like everyone is a walking, living freestyle. Because there are some things that you think about before you speak. But how often do you write down what you're planning on saying to the person to your left? Just saying.
Yeah. And
that's just with talking alone.
That's a good
with music.
Point.
You know, when you're walking, you know, and you're the rare times I see someone doing that, I don't really see them writing it down, but like making a mental note is like, you see his badass shorty, you want to go ahead and pull a Joey Tribbiani. How you doing? You know what I mean? Like you're thinking already of how you're gonna approach this shorty. Or you could be like Zone, be like, you see I made that 3 wet, I can do you the same. Like you could.
I would never in my life say that.
That wasn't fire.
Never in my life say that.
That wasn't fire. Nah, it wasn't fire. It was wet. Like I said, drip.
It might be good enough for y'all, but it's not good. But nah.
To the real. I mean, like I feel like you're a walking, living freestyle. Like everyone's diverse.
Living freestyle.
Everyone's diverse. Everyone's different. Everyone has their own flow to them. Look at how everybody walk. Like, my dad has that. Yo, I'm coming to get this nigga walk. Like, cause he just about it.
You got like college niggas stick up the ass walk.
I see all of that. Like Zoe has that. Like yeah, I'm out here. I'm a little active. I'm chilling. Dre has that. What's up? All right, keep going. No, right. Like he's in his zone. You know what I mean? Like what's up? Oh, all right, keep zoning. Like. You have how some people.
Dre can't even argue with that.
He can't, bro, because then you have some. Then you have some that walk. You can tell what freestyle they're on because they look at you and be like, "Hi." You already know what flow they're on, bro.
Oh yeah,
not mine. You get what I mean? Like, no offense to anybody out there. Much respect and love to everybody, but like,
flow.
They mix exclusively in Fruity Loops.
That cereal flow, Kellogg flow.
And you say, frosted flakes a little bit, okay. But no, but yeah, we're a walking, living freestyle to my opinion, and that's why I'm like, that creates the diversity, that creates, you know, unity, because everyone is like that to a sense. And if you have a stick up your ass, it's just because you probably think you have.
Does it create unity, or does it create our own individual, separate ways of living and being?
No, it creates unity. I mean, because like, all right,
unity in what aspect?
I got you. So, freestyle on your own is a sense of individuality, right? Like I said, it's a different flow. The unity of that aspect is the understanding that everyone has their own. Everyone is walking their own style. There are some that are very similar. You know what I mean? There are some that may clash, but the understanding and acceptance of someone having their own is a sense of unity. Because if everyone can think that and agree upon that, there's a form of unity.
But that's the thing. If everyone can think and agree on that.
Like for me, I could say Zoe has his own style. I haven't heard your stuff yet, but I know you have your own style. I knew you had your own style. I would not let anybody in my vehicle that I did not know. Like if I didn't get a good, no. Let me finish. If they didn't have a good, flow of how they carry themselves, how they move. When I saw him, he was like, "Okay, I'm straight."
Get out.
Nah, he got out the car. He got out the car like, "I'm straight." Like, okay, I'm good. Let's get the money. Let's get this done. Like he had focus, he had drive. I just didn't want to drive his ass in the cold because I knew he was going to hit. But like Dre, he has his own style. He's below tempo.
Every time Trav talk about Dre be like.
Yeah, every time, bro. Like I don't gotta look at him every time.
Think about it.
Because look, it's always one of two things. And Dre's reaction will tell you if it's one of two things. If I'm lying or not. It's this nigga's about to say something really sus and I'm uncomfortable, or like, all right, I gotta eat that. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Like,
but let me touch on this shit real quick. So,
go for it.
When we talk about people having their own styles and doing freestyles and creating individuality, bro, it does bring people together. I'll tell you why. When you do something, every little move you do gets someone else's idea.
Yep.
And as soon as you do that, we're all in the Matrix again.
Yeah. I can say two words. I can say one word twice, and people gonna like. If it's around the right area, the right crowd, somebody gonna repeat it with me. Cypher. If someone else might join with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you at the school lunch table, and someone just hop on with you. That's a form of unity because now someone else is getting on. Then the next person. Then the next person. You get what I mean? So that's why I'm like, embracing your own individuality and understanding that someone has their own flow as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's
like when Ye went up there and stole the trophy from Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Some light bulbs went off. There you go.
Some
niggas got ideas. That shit too.
Got ideas.
Start interrupting my mom.
Can you take that? Nope.
I'm gonna let you finish, but you don't deserve that. Let me tell you.
But like to that point too, like I feel like clearly now is the time for artists, journalists, anybody, creatives, if you will. And just seeing that kind of shift from the strict business industrial, you know what I'm saying, stick up the ass to now everybody's NFTs and artwork and just seeing that like transformation is like, it's just beautiful.
Well,
it's a beautiful thing.
Because now we're seeing that a lot of these people that have these platforms are in the public eye a lot, or the quote unquote cream of the crop, or on the national networks. They're not as valid as they say they were, or try to present themselves to be. Because now we all in the internet era, right? We all have access to information across all fronts and all facets. Mm-hmm. So now that we notice the media isn't to give us valuable information, it's to give us information that they want to promote and publicize to the highest degree. So now we can create our own outlets on a little YouTube channel and grow to a big one and say, hey, we're going to provide what they don't, because our value is better, because they don't provide the value that we actually need or that my audience needs.
Right. It went from like one source to 20 sources, 100 sources, 1 million sources.
I feel like if you capture an audience, and that could be 3 or 4 people to a group, you capture an audience, you have a form of unity, because they're all there for one thing. The person talking. Mm-hmm. And that one thing stiples off from several different, layers of it. What are they talking about? Why do I want to keep listening? How do I touch on this? How do I voice my opinion to go against it? How do I bitch and moan about, I don't think so. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at the base of it, it's you. Mm-hmm. You have an audience. That group is in sync about something, whether it be liking you, hating you, agreeing, wanting to tear you down. It's a sense of unity, negative or positive. Unity can be a bad thing. I don't know. Yeah. I don't even want to say it could be a bad thing. I don't want to say it could be a negative. I know in reality it can. No. I know in reality. No. That's what I mean. Okay, that's what I mean. All right, I'll take that.
Take it there.
No. You know what? I love taking it anywhere. Pause.
God damn.
In a liberal's,
Hey, yo,
you need a Trav button on this shit, bro.
I like having these conversations. I'm gonna roll out. But nah, I'm really respected on this show. It's okay. Like with that, that's a negative thing. But yeah, that was from a unity that they probably had a brotherhood idea in mind, but they took their ideologies too far. That's where that form of unity and union as a whole can be negative. Marriages. Some people get into it for the wrong reason. Like, for example, I have a friend in a red hoodie who says, it's just a piece of paper. I'm not going to do shit. I'm good. I don't want to be married.
Oh, shit. Oh, that. Oh.
Yeah, that's a friend to me. Yeah. I ain't got a hoodie on. That's why you're confused.
That's why I threw you off. Like, I'm throwing shade, but I'm not throwing shade.
Nah, you thought he had a hoodie on. That's exactly what happened.
Nah, not even.
Friend in a red hoodie.
My friend in the red hoodie. My friend in the NC State shirt. Nah, they can't even see him because my big ass is alright. Anyway, but no, like Dre, like a couple other people I know too. They don't care about that, and I feel like if you get into that mindset of you don't care and you're with someone that does and you get married anyway, that's a negative form of unity. You know what I mean? Because you love the person.
Understanding on both sides.
Yeah, unless there we go. Unless if there is, that's different. But if that's not made aware and you get into something half-assed, that union that you have is always going to turn. It's a good chance it can turn negative very quick. So like marriages can be negative. The only reason I don't want to call it bad in a way is because you can learn from it still. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is fundamental. Is fundamental in growth.
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
See what you mean. It's like the idea in and of itself is not horrible. It's not a bad thing. The morals that they possess, or like the people who are uniting, can be malicious.
Exactly.
Bad. But at the end of the day, you can always learn.
Exactly. Like, you can always learn from something. We learned from the KKK. I see 3 of these fools in a white, all white. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, go get the strap. I'm sorry. I said I wasn't going to act like that. Yo, go get the bats. You know what I mean? Like, go get...
I knew a guy who like ran into somebody from the Ku Klux Klan. I think he was in Wilmington.
Yo, Zoe's reaction was on it.
Did he run out?
Nah, he like approached him with a knife and everything. And he was ready. Like that's the extent of the story that I know. I didn't really ask. It didn't go that deep. But at the end of the day, you know, they're still out there. You know what I'm saying? So
keep in mind, man, just because North Carolina don't seem like the stuff, North Carolina historically is a red state. So
no, hold on. I was just getting ready to ask you about that. Yeah. What was that shit I heard when I first got here? Because you graduated 14, so that was after you left. What was that shit when I got here? Like I heard like the week before there was like a Klan rally or something downtown, not too far away from our high school.
I don't remember. I wouldn't be surprised, but
January 2015. If the viewers know and they know us in our location, please inform me, because that was something I heard, and then everybody kept talking about it, and I'm like, I could have kept my black ass in New York City if I wanted to like see some kind of gang or something like that. You got LKs, you got Bloods, you got Crips, you got YB, you got a lot. You know what I'm saying? So like, I could have stayed where I was at. But man,
yeah, North Carolina, a fake blue state when it's quote unquote profitable. So.
Yeah, I went down to DC and went to the fucking black people meeting. I said the black people.
Blackpeoplemeet.com.
Yeah, she said black people.
Or went to the convention.
Oh shit, the African American Museum.
The museum.
Oh yeah, the day my mother.
Yo, bro said the African American bourgeois museum.
Hey.
We got a black museum.
Hey, when we do the white museum, the black museum.
Shit, why can't we call it the black house?
You got to fill out a tax report. But but yeah, the day my mom was born, I think they found.
Look at you! You feeling sick now? You feeling sick now for even touching that?
The day my mom was born, I think they were just wrapping up this slavery shit. So it was really recent. It wasn't that long ago.
The day she was born, they were wrapping it up.
Yeah, they was wrapping it up. There was.
So what? That's
it's not okay.
60 what?
What, 1865?
I'm talking about Jim Crow. Segregation.
1960 something, right? Yeah, I know my history
That was
teacher
definitely
like,
the 60s.
boy, what? I think that's 60s. Might just be 60s.
So the
Like
day
a group
before
of
my
four
mom
black
was
people.
born.
I haven't had a history class in years, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we're all adults here. And time has passed.
All I see is green.
All I see. There you go. I like that. I mean, shit. We got a black person on the quarter now, or whatever corner it is. So
No, I mean, does it
corner?
matter? If we gonna keep it, what doesn't matter?
Oh shit.
it's not that it
We got a
doesn't
corn
matter.
shortage. Ain't that funny?
Because
it's not.
look,
Got more Bitcoin.
this is what might happen. That happens, and then like about a year or two later, all of a sudden we're all paying in cryptocurrency. You know how that stuff goes.
Now, I'm just saying, like, it's nice to have.
For
You know what I'm saying?
what?
Just in general.
For what?
Wait, a black person what?
Maya Angelou is on one of the coins.
Oh, on the quarter.
Yeah, I think it's on
Oh,
the quarter.
okay. I thought you said a black person on the corner.
They could
I
at
was
least
Oh, no,
do
that's
that.
What,
everywhere.
bro? Like,
That's everywhere. That's a fact. That's everywhere.
saw a black person on the corner today. Like, hey man, I gotta go to work, bro.
Like, like, you're blocking my driveway, sir. But no, like, I just think, okay, in reality, I hate when it's one of those kind of things that's like, people don't see the point or the value in something.
Wait, 2 Maya Angelou's make 50 cents.
There we go.
That's crazy.
Okay, so like, we had a black president. Cool. I'm gonna like take that from you.
I really should not be allowed to say this shit.
No, like, we've had a black president. Cool. We immediately had a dickhead after.
And ironically, the black president, arguably or probably not arguably, didn't do much in the greatest of our benefit. If you want,
Don't do that. Don't do that. I can sit here all day about that.
How deep are you into political science? I say honestly, I echo him, but it's more along the facts of the little research that I've done in regards to him doing more for Hispanics or letting Latinos more so into
Right.
the United States and providing providing more benefits for them than us
and the LGBT
and the LGBT community.
well.
Okay, now, but that's my thing.
That's not what they said on the Michelle Obama press tour when they was leaving.
Of course they not.
Okay, but to that, to your
kept it real black.
defense, right? Someone, all right. This is your house. This entire space you're in.
Okay.
This is your house, right? Yeah. You tell them that. You say that Dre and Zoe can move in with you, right? Now it's y'all's house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I take the same mindset with people that come into this country.
Mm-hmm.
Some people come in here unlawfully. Some people come here lawfully and still treated some type of way. I don't look at it as a matter of this, because I feel like if you look at everything to a matter of this, you're living in those old times, and I'm not living in those old times.
Okay, keep going.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, I get the actuality from it, from what you're saying. 100%, I get that. I'm just saying that if you're living in this backyard, you know what I mean? Like, cool. The people, you're doing something for them, cool. But what are the people here getting? You know, the people are already struggling. My thing is, if you already have something around you, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I get, you know, you grew up in the roughest neighborhood, blase, you did this, you know, this person that got shot, whatever, what happens to you? Okay. Throw a child into the mix, right? A random kid. Force him to have to go up there with, you know what I'm saying? You see all of this going on. He wasn't from there. You just put him in there. Or he's thinking he's getting out of a worse situation coming here. Now he has to find something. You know how much harder that's going to be for that individual that does not know the area, that does not know, like, you know what I mean? And then just behind it. That's how I see it. I'm like, okay, you got more people. There's more of us now. We're all going to have more issues. I get that. Mm-hmm. But you're still at least doing something.
Right. So I think the question was like, does representation matter though? Nowadays, I feel like it doesn't. I feel like representation matters to a certain era. I feel like it matters to our previous generation and then generations before that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. Yeah.
But now with the era of creatives or the era of individuals, you kind of you have so many platforms where a lot of people are represented. You kind of can pick your own lane and everybody be okay with it. But there's still those racial undertones from generations before.
I feel like that's going to be everywhere, man. Unfortunately, I feel like that's going to go on until I have kids, until they have kids, until I'm long dead. Mm-hmm. Simply because someone's going to have to argue about something.
Facts. Facts.
I mean, you
We
cannot
feed
tell
off
me
the
there hasn't been something at all in your life, at least one thing you have not argued about. I argue to myself enough. And that's one person right there. Me, myself, and I. You know what I mean? Like, so like you just said it, you know, the era we're in now. That's what I said for the era before us. That I'm like, save face, I get it. In this era, cool. Help those who can try to learn to help themselves.
Facts.
And see that we have all these other platforms. Try to find your way. Know what I mean? That's why it helps
Around with it.
That's why it helps to help, you know, the ones
Like-
around you instead of bring them down.
Like when Barack Obama got elected, my mom was happy. My grandma was happy. Me, I was like, all right, cool. Like this, honestly, this is dope.
And half of us were like
yeah, like-
teenagers and preteens when he got voted. He came into the office with a full head of dark hair and left out with gray and shit. That job stressed him out for 8 years. Oh my God.
When you're told to do everything, it will get stressful. You don't have any control, that's stressful. When you can't control your destiny or the position you're alleged you're for, you can't do what it's pictured that you can do. How are you the leader of the whole country and you can't do shit? That's fucking crazy.
Right. Yeah, they had to ask them niggas,
The
like, can we go outside? Can we go outside today?
We take it like this, the same way we were taught in school. Presidents don't make laws. Congress does.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to. Exactly.
You know what I mean? I'm like, and I feel like good. With every president we've had, there's been something to shit on them about. I don't want to be a president. I've never wanted that job. And I wanted to be an astronaut when I was a kid. I'm afraid of heights. Yep. I don't even want to get on a plane. You know what I mean? So like,
First I drove from Queens. I drove.
yo, we did. Swear to God, my family has flown. I have drove. I'm good. But nah, like,
What is that? A 13-hour drive?
nah, that's about 10 hours. Eight if you know where you're going. Thank you, Mom, for always knowing where you're going.
That's 13. But, that's
Nah,
13.
it's not.
It's probably like 8 to 10.
8 to
It's
10?
8 to 10.
Okay. From here to
Okay.
Florida, it's like 10 for me. So I think
Jeez.
It's like
Probably-
8. Nah, from here to Florida is like 9.
Probably should
Like
be
8,
around the same time period. It's
That's what I
about
was-
the
that's what I
about the
was
same
about to
distance
say.
between both ways.
Like, cause where I'm going now, it's 24 hours away. Like, it's a 24-hour drive. So I'm not looking forward to it. But hey, whatever. But back all the way shifting to the point with Maya Angelou. It's nice to have had. Point blank, in my opinion, it's nice to have had. Okay, better yet, because I feel like we take certain shit for granted, and I'm about to prove it to you. What we were just talking about in the car when it came to the podcast and location. We have had this. We have run the show in dorm rooms, in classrooms, fucking out. Did we do it outdoors?
living rooms.
Living rooms. We've done it in friends' houses. You know what I mean? Now we're at an actual studio.
Is this y'all's equipment, by the way? Or is this Reeves' equipment?
This is his stuff.
Word, but still. So then what were y'all using, if you don't mind me asking?
I actually, when I interned here, they had that, so I bought my own and I've got my own microphones.
Word.
And I got my mic stands in the back in my trunk, so we would just travel, and I'll just have everything in the car.
And
all
it would be a
packed.
heavy thing
Yeah,
to
man, I
carry
haven't
from
seen
point
those
A to
mic
point
stands
B.
in a minute.
But that's okay. You see how you said that? Like, it's been a minute. We don't have to do that anymore. You know what I mean? If we wanted to change location, I'm pretty sure Dre has those as backups now. But look at how far we've come. It's grateful to have had those moments to cherish what you got now.
That's an appreciation.
That's an appreciation. Exactly. That's how I feel about the coin. I'm not making it the big thing like, oh, we finally got a black person up here. I'm not saying that. I'm saying for the person that is and what they've done,
I got
people they've inspired and shit, cool. It's great to have something that we can look back and be like, this is cool that we got to say we did this.
Yeah.
I'm proud to say I was there for June 19th out here, downtown Raleigh. And I watched that mug drop. I'm not about to incriminate myself or anything else. Stupid. But like, I watched it. Hey, you know what I mean? I remember my boy Tyler. He was like, yo, you peeped the sniper up there? And we look on the camera. Zoom. Someone is aimed right down. I'm grateful we got to live through that because there are other places where people had them rallies and got killed, hurt, or whatever.
Yeah.
Grateful to have had those moments and live to tell the story.
I think it's like a subconscious thing too. It's like because we're so used to not progressing.
Yep.
In a sense, like quote unquote, we do progress, but it's like okay,
To what
another
level?
black president. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Maya Angelou on the quarter. Oh, Harriet Tubman. Actually, Harriet Tubman on a dollar bill, right? She was supposed to be on $1.
I was gonna say I heard
Like the
that.
$2 bill or something like that.
It was supposed to be a 20.
Oh,
apparently.
she got
On the 20,
okay.
like that actually would have been dope. Like
For
seeing-
sure.
I'm like, damn. Oh, okay. I got a Tubman, but
I like that. I got the tub.
yeah, man. But yeah, like we're programmed to just be like, okay, you know, something bad is going to happen after this, as opposed to having the flip side, which is we came a long way. Now let's see if we can continue this. You know, how long can we, or how far can we take it?
Because it's one thing
This
having a
shit is history,
conversation.
too.
Yeah, exactly. It's one thing having a conversation and not acting on it.
I like that
Everyone
thing,
here, like everyone here, facts me too, bro. Everyone here, I'm pretty sure has said one thing they did a year or two ago. Has probably said one thing they said a year or two ago that they're doing now. I'm on a journey that I'm super excited for. He was always telling me I can get there. I was just not really. What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? G. I don't want to say not going for it, but not going for it in a way, right?
Yeah, you wasn't all the way invested.
I was immersed. I just wasn't invested because I knew what I had. I just didn't think I had what it takes. Like I wanted to have it, but now I know I do. That's just a matter of working through it. So you have an amazing opportunity coming up ahead of you with your
What?
move and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What talking about?
This man forgot about.
What you talking about?
Yeah, moving up to Arlington. Yeah, right next to the Capitol building. So I got to pay my taxes or they'll kill me. They can see me from my bedroom. Like, yeah, he hasn't paid his taxes yet.
I even look.
Wait, Arlington, Texas?
How you say it?
Arlington, Texas?
Nah, Virginia. So
Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Don't that trip you out? I told people I was going to be moving to Denver. They're like, that's not too far. I'm like, Colorado. Colorado. Like, I didn't know there was a Brownsville, Texas. I'm like, yeah, I was born in Brownsville. They're like, you don't sound like you're from Texas. I'm like, who the thinks of Texas immediately when I say that, bro? You know what I mean? I mean, but hey, no disrespect to Texans. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but like I said, pretty sure everyone here has said or thought about doing something a couple of years ago that they're grateful that they've done and can look back and say they did.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm doing that shit right now. Sales.
There you go.
Like legitimate sales, like all commission sales. It's mixed mode compensation, but it's, you said what?
I said, put me on.
You.
I'm messing.
You want to do AT&T, DirecTV, Costco's, Walmart's, pestering people?
That's a
you know
lot.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that stuff. That's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot for sure.
But it was one of those things I was always fearful of because, and now I'm about to step into another opportunity, but I was fearful of it just because I'm not a persuasive person. I'm the type of person that if you don't want something, I'll just be like, all right, bet. I know I'm gonna get it, or you can, you know what I'm saying? Like with AT&T, like if you don't want AT&T, you want Google, cool, just go with Google. In fact, you should just use your cell phone. You don't really need internet. Like I'm that type of person, but
I see.
you know what I'm saying? It works out for now.
Yeah, when you have to work for a company, you kind of have to, if you're on a journey to get your own or do what you want to do, you gotta, quote unquote, tote the company line to a sense to do what they need you to do, and then afterwards, with the time you have left, build on what you're really trying to do. Mm-hmm. Because we're always in the journey of, well, why people don't want to be great or why people don't want change, because they get trapped in their own and they end up being a loser. Like unfortunately, most people are. People may not like me saying that, but that's just what it is. A lot of people in life are losers. That's just what it is.
Straight up.
And
Straight up.
they're not gonna do what it takes. And they're not
gonna get hot in the comments when we take a sip.
And they're not gonna be in the right situations with a mindset because it wasn't even built on them from when they were a youth to actually do what they need to change.
And a lot of times that's not on them because sometimes like you can lead a dog to water, don't mean he gonna drink.
Yeah, that's
and facts. that same point too. It's like you can have this store here, this store here, this store here, this store here, a couple food marts or whatever, and it's like you have a bunch of places to try to, fill out an application for and work. You may hate the hours, you may hate the job. Like for me, I'm not going to work fast food. I stepped in one spot I was at for 4 days and never went back.
I was about to say, like, have you ever worked? But okay, 4 days. What was the spot?
I'm not going to do that to that company, but I don't want to be slain.
Brush stepped in the Wendy's.
No, but no, I had went in and it was just like the environment, and a lot of times it goes to the environment too. You know what I mean?
Every time he sees freckles, he wants to go hiding.
Hey, the fries is extra crispy now, I heard, bro.
And it's like, and it's look here.
Every time
Here's the
he
thing.
sees
Here,
salt fries, he wants to throw them shit in the trash can.
I hate this man. Yo. No, like my thing is like,
I want it plant based.
let me get that. I can't believe it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Let me get the round burger, not the square one. No, I hate those.
No. Okay, some people will quit because of that. They can't take that. That's just people voicing their opinion. People are gonna voice your opinion on shit that. Excuse me. People are gonna voice their opinion on things that don't matter, that are relevant to you, that just try to get under your skin. It's all about your drive and dedication. Are you gonna excel in this position here? Is this stopping you from doing what you want to do? I'm happy to say that every for the most part, most of the jobs that I've worked at, I was able to really, really learn from. I learned from that fast food restaurant. This is somewhere I never want to be again, ever. It works for some people. Some people stay there for years. We have a friend that worked at Chick-fil-A for years, right up the road. Asani. Not Asani.
Chick-fil-A was
Armani.
dope, bro. Chick-fil-A was one of my favorite jobs, to be honest with you.
Like, okay, but you got a lot of people, young people that work there.
Don't beside this microphone.
What was y'all training like to do y'all greetings, man?
What you mean?
Oh,
honestly,
man.
all right, so I enjoy customer service. So if I can remember, I mean, you kind of just follow what the system was, which was the, hey, how are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Just be nice. That's literally the training. But you always say my pleasure, of course. Like, my pleasure was the staple. There's really no training on that. You either say it or you don't.
Yeah,
But-
baby girl, my pleasure.
You know what I mean? Let me get that number real quick. Oh, excuse me. You said you wanted a number. Yeah, I got you. It's my pleasure. But yeah, it's just you really just you're being nice. That's all the training is. You have to come into the game nice. Chick-fil-A just doesn't hire anybody really. Like, they vet you. They kind of understand, see if you're, how you're gonna react to certain situations. But really, they're also just seeing if you're a kind individual. It's really
Yeah, some people will fake that and they see that at the door.
yeah.
Like, and I feel like that's the tell-all with certain jobs, to where like you'll have your days where you had a great day at work, you had your days where it was like, and then the very rare ones when you have a bad day, it was because someone on the outside, more often than not the people that's inside. Like, and for me, the fast food restaurant I was at, it was just like, I just got bad from all the way around it. Granted, did I give it long enough to, in retrospect? Probably not, but I'm glad I didn't. You get what I mean?
Nah. I kind of want you to plug in that restaurant too, though. Nah, but like Lil Baby, he said he worked for Zaxby's like for 3 hours, and the bros hit him up. Hey, we gotta play. We out.
That's what I'm saying, like, because you can miss opportunities sometimes, but sometimes you gotta live for the now. And that's the one thing I really hate sometimes. Like, last year I stressed myself out way too much to the point where, like, I never got to enjoy the stuff I had. Like, my first car, I got in an accident. When I got it fixed, later that month, I got into my second accident. I talk about it a lot. He had to come to my aid for that.
Wait, so hold on. The first one, your mom let you drive the Navigator, and then what was the second?
No. Okay, no. All right, so I'll take that back. Those were like when I was a teenager. Like,
Okay, bet.
Because I only got my license like 2 years ago.
Okay. What?
Yeah, when I was out here, bro. He was driving me around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know the area, and like I spent times out here, but it's just like I just had the New York mindset. I can get a ride or Uber or whatever.
Facts.
Walking
Public
out here, forget about it. I saw something that, hold on. I'm gonna touch on this. Our high school said it was like 15 minutes, right? And then it was like, it's at a 30-minute walk. I'm like, slight, bet. That was a hour and 42-minute walk to get, to get 4 blocks away. To get 4 blocks away. Them 4 blocks, even longer, like 10 minutes a block. I'm like, nah, never doing this again.
Our old middle school you go to Daniels?
Nah, I went to Martin.
Okay, yeah. Our old middle school, that was 15 minutes away from around that area.
Bro, you know what 15 minutes away from me was? 5 minutes away, bro. That's the kind of mindset I had.
Oh, no.
But yeah, anyway.
We live in the South, sir. We got a lot of trees here.
Yeah. I was literally counting trees almost like for 10 minutes, like 2, 4, 6, 7. Okay.
Oh, you gonna buy twos? That's good.
All right.
Count by ones, you get tired, bro. But nah, like to the car thing, take the cars I told you. Those are just the ones I learned how to drive in.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, he told you a lot.
Yeah.
And he remembered it.
Hey man.
We weren't in that car but too long, so it was just like whatever. But nah, so first car I had was a Nissan. I got crashed August 3rd. Someone hit me right in front of my house. August 21st, I got my car back. August 24th, I got pretty much T-boned right up the road from here on, what is it, Durali or Durale? Whatever.
Durale.
Oh yeah, Durali. Did you say Durali? Durali or Durali?
Durally. Damn, I said Durale. I'm tripping.
Oh no, tomato. You know. What I mean?
Exactly.
I'm a New Yorker. I don't care. Anyway, nah. But no, I got hurt right over there, man, and like I didn't get to enjoy my car. I literally got her back just to be in another accident in the same month.
Her.
Oh yeah, my baby, my baby Bella. I named my car after my goddaughter.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then to have that crash, it was pretty rough because my goddaughter actually got sick around that time too. So whole different conversation. So I learned not to do that. I'm gonna name anything, it'll be a child, but whatever. Second car, my car Iris. I knew she was gonna be a temperamental car. Like I knew she was gonna be very temporary. It was a Kia. I went from a 14 Altima to a 17 Nissan. I mean, a 14 Altima to a 17 Optima.
The Kia. Okay.
Yeah, and it was like she was bigger, wider for sure.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I mean? She was bigger, she was wider. But functions I didn't have. I didn't have no tinted windows anymore. I didn't have a push to start, which is weird that you have it in a 14 but not a 17. Whatever. Mileage was lower than the first one, so that was kind of cool.
Quality.
And it was just like I missed out on a lot of quality. Like I hated my mirrors in that car. Like they were way smaller or whatever compared to my Nissan. It was just too many things for me to nitpick at.
Anyone's looking to buy a Nissan, that's good consumer advice.
You know what I mean? Like yeah, okay, so I'll say it. Personally for me, I'll take Nissan over Kia, but Kia you get more space. That's about it for me.
Bet.
Now you get more space this way. For me, if I'm in a car, I have to sit low because I am tall. Mm-hmm. My Nissan, my ass was at the foot of the car, bro. Like I sat low and I drove like this, bro. I probably shouldn't have been driving like that, but like
I drive. Yeah, I'm.
You know what I mean? Like, I was chilling, exactly.
Yeah,
I was chilling.
10 and 2? What the fuck is 10 and 2? Why didn't they even teach us? You know what I'm saying? They should have taught us like this from the beginning.
Exactly, and learn how to. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm in the car. Like, nah, you gotta.
But yeah, so like.
Then they be like, oh, stop.
Like, bro, you should have just told me how to do it the first time.
Made the airbag come out and shit. Like, yo, you gotta relax, my nigga. It's gotta be a little bit of, you can slowly push on this motherfucker.
Right.
If I almost crashed a car, all right, fine. But damn, nigga, just cause my shit ain't on, you gotta.
Like, bro, relax. Gratefully, and a lot of my friends got mad at me about this. I never took a road test.
Lucky.
That's what's up.
Wait,
Fuck.
So me being my age, I could have got my license whenever I wanted. But my mother, she was always the type to where she wanted me sure that I was ready for behind the wheel. She wanted to be sure I was ready behind the wheel.
Yeah.
I was driving with, these guys, whatever, and a couple other my friends, just practicing in their cars, not Jerry's car, but like a couple other friends too, whatever. Just getting comfortable behind different cars so I can be comfortable in any. And then one of my friends, he told me he got his license. I'm like, oh, cool. How was the road test? He was like, what road test? I'm like, huh? He's like, it's COVID, bro. No one's getting in a car with you. I'm like, what?
Whoa, right.
I'm like, yeah, right. He was like, bro, you just have to have your hours. So like,
right in the
no, hold on. No one told me I had to have a logbook full of hours to get my license or whatever.
You took driver's ed in New York, didn't you?
No.
Oh, you took it out here?
I never.
Bro, went on
That's
YouTube.
why you don't know here.
Like, bro, like, so look, I document everything as is, so I'm glad I kind of did. So I just transferred the stuff that I wrote or whatever for my own benefit. And of course, I added some hours, but.
Wait, you wrote down just out for the fuck of it the times you drove and what times you didn't?
Learning experiences, man. I'm a writer. I'm a physical learner. Like that. That's just how I.
That's
am.
not interesting.
What are
That's
you saying? Like you journaled your experiences?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I've done that before.
you know what I mean? Like,
Not driving though.
no. I did it for like just for my mindset to like, okay, my mom critiqued this. I'll go back to fix this next time, whatever.
That's smart though.
Because sometimes you'll have mental notes of it, but it's easy to forget something. Because sometimes you be in a daze on the road, and that's very confusing. You don't want to do that to yourself. It's dangerous. It's like, whatever.
So prepared.
Right.
So you probably write scripts about it already in the tuck.
I already do. You kidding me? I literally,
Listen,
in my second book, it's literally there. No bullshit.
It's probably a driver's
Excuse me,
ed
no
script
BS.
somewhere in his catalog, just waiting for the right opportunity and time to film. I guarantee you.
But no, so like,
And it's probably fire too.
Hey, I can't lie.
don't know.
Yeah, sometimes they do be fired though. They do be fired.